edition of the Significant Life broadcasts. I am Pastor Peace as usual.
And my name is Pastor Phil Modo. Once again, you're welcome and God bless you for joining us tonight. Today we continue in our series on becoming a better you. Last week we looked at why must you self-improve? Why must you become a better you? I want to continue today by looking at areas where you need to improve on yourself and become a better you. Okay, there are two particular areas, Pastor Peace, where we need to self-improve. Okay, or two categories. Number one are areas where we need to unlearn things. We need to unlearn habits. We need to unlearn. Lifestyle. We need to unlearn things. We need to unlearn and eject or sponge from our lives generally. Okay. Then the second area, speaks to areas we need to learn and imbibe. Okay, cultures, traditions. Okay, habits, lifestyles. Okay, skills, competencies that we need to imbibe. Okay, those are the two clear areas where we need to self-improve. So we'll start with the first one, Pastor Peace, looking at things we need to unlearn and expunge from our lives. We need to unlearn the habit of time wasting. You always come for meetings late. You always, like a lassical about, management of time. And that has been entrenched into your system. You need to unlearn that. Okay, try to expunge that and eliminate that from your life. Another thing you need to unlearn would be, certain habits you've imbibed. Okay, things like alcoholism, drug addiction, wrong speech, long mental attitude, things you've just that become part of you, pessimism and all those. Okay, these are things that you don't need going forward in your life. Okay, so you need to start identifying them and expunging them from your life by unlearning them. Okay, so if you're used to pessimism, for example, you don't see anything good in anything, you don't see anything exciting about life, you want to change that. You want to start to see things in the right way, in the right perspective.
Positive.
Yes, you want to start becoming positive. So you expunge that pessimism, you attract positivity. Okay, that is very, very important. Okay, or you are someone that has been involved in doing drugs, abusing substances. Okay, and it's not helping your mental clarity. Okay, it's not giving you a good disposition in society, affecting your chances. It's time to unlearn those also. Okay, so you identify things that have been working against you in the past. Okay, and begin to unlearn them. Okay, it may even be the way you relate to people. Sometimes you see people as good for nothing. Sometimes you see everybody as low there and you are high there. Okay, you don't want to relate to them. You're very haughty and proud.
I just want to be. I don't need this person to get to the next level.
Yeah, so you just want to, do without people unnecessarily. Okay, yeah, there are times when you need to do without some people.
Definitely.
Okay, but don't just make it a habit to, just tell people off, at the slightest provocation. Okay, not seeing the value of people. Okay, being too proud. Okay, to approach people. All those things are not good for you. So you want to start to unlearn them. Okay, even the habit of running alone. You just want to do things on your own and by yourself. You don't need people to cooperate with you. It's a weakness, but some people don't see that way. It's like the cholerics. A choleric person will see walking alone as the normal thing and as strength. Not knowing that it limits your results. Okay, so you want to unlearn that. Okay, so I haven't looked at all those things we need to unlearn that are not actually helping us. Let's look at those we can learn and imbibe that can actually help us. Okay, here we look at all those lifestyles, habits, cultures, that we need to learn and imbibe. Things like cooperation, like we ended up with, people trying to run alone. Okay, you need to learn team building. You need to learn how to, get people to be on board with you. Okay, in achieving things. Okay, that's one of the weaknesses that most people have. They run alone. Okay, if you want to go fast in life and go far in life, you need people to run with you, because you leverage on their strength, okay, to move forward. Okay, so learn cooperation, learn, communication, learn how to communicate your vision, how to communicate your desires, how to communicate your interests, okay, your vision. It's very important to learn, communication. Okay, learn skills that are,
Learn to
needed.
create your skills.
Yeah, skills that are needed for your profession, for what you do. For example, if I'm a tailor, I may want to learn new styles. Okay, I may not want to learn how best to cut my materials without wasting material or textile. Okay, if I'm a builder, for example, I want to learn how to save materials better. I want to even learn quantity surveying. Okay, as a builder, yes, don't say, oh, that's not my duty. There's a quantity surveyor on board. No, learn from that person, understand the person, and learn the procedure. Why? These things will be important for you. So when you don't have a quantity surveyor, you are able to, establish your quantities. Do your bill of quantities yourself. Okay, and any skill that you think will be required and beneficial to what you're doing, please learn. And don't stop learning. Okay, don't stop learning. Make it a point of duty to learn as much as you can. Learn as much as you can. Okay, because the more you learn, the better you are. Okay, so in fact, learning is a critical part of self-improvement. Okay, learning new skills, learning new habits, learning new things. Okay, developing new competencies. Okay, these are very, very important for self-improvement. Okay, it's a great area of self-improvement that you must focus on, especially in this year that God is set to do something great amongst us. Okay, we need to learn as much as we can. Okay, so that we have new services we can offer. So I was watching somebody online, and she was talking about how she went into freelancing, service freelancing, and on Fiverr, and she now is one of the best hands when it comes to graphic designs, and she never went to a school, okay, to learn graphic design, okay, but she stumbled on it on Canva, stumbled on it on YouTube, learned as much as she could learn, and today she's making a lot of money, okay, just helping people design. Okay, so you need to learn. Don't say I'm too old to learn a new skill. For example, people are learning how to create NFTs now. And people are learning how to trade in Forex, how to trade in not just Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies generally. Okay, people are learning, how to draw. Okay, these are things that are in vogue. How to code. These are things that are in vogue. Skills that are in vogue. Okay, you want to learn them. Don't say, what do I have to do with NFTs? Hey, you have a lot to do with it. People are making millions of dollars on NFTs. Okay, so you don't want to just sit down there and say, I don't have anything to learn, or I'm too old to learn, or I'm not interested in learning. But I tell some young people who learn this and say, I'm not interested. It's not part of the things I want to pursue in life, and I'm amazed. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You want to be an engineer, you don't have anything to do with NFTs. You want to be an engineer, you don't, or a doctor, you don't have anything to do with crypto trading. And I'm just laughing at your ignorance, okay? Because no matter what you want to become, as in a profession you want to follow, you pursue, doesn't stop you from learning other things.
It doesn't.
Okay, I'm a pastor, but I learn a lot. Okay, I learn everything that I can learn. You see me talking, and you're wondering, is he an engineer? Is he a programmer? Is it this? Is it that? Okay, that's because I learn.
And God has deposited the grace and ability.
Yeah.
Because God Himself is dynamic.
Very, very dynamic.
As His children, we must learn to be dynamic in our skills.
That's it.
You must learn to put your hands in different things.
Yes, and upgrade yourself
And
daily.
remember what the Bible says. It says, I can do all things.
Wow. Through Christ.
Through Christ. And so don't limit yourself to what you studied in school. You will do in fact, you will be hurting yourself.
That's it.
So if you have that mindset that I can do all things,
through Christ,
then you must be open to learning all things.
Yeah, Pastor Chris, I used to say this, that you're saying something, don't limit yourself to what you studied in school. I find it difficult to understand why people will limit themselves to what they studied in school. Because you don't actually know what you would the particular skill that will sell you,
Yeah.
that will market you to the world. You don't actually know. So you want to open yourself to as many as possible. Okay? The first doctor was not taught in school to be a doctor. The first engineer was not taught in school to be an engineer. Okay? They explored that channel of knowledge, that channel of knowledge. Okay? And they began to, attract competencies, know-hows from just thinking and meditating and studying their environments. Okay? So just by studying your environment, okay, reading things, okay, paying attention to what is happening around you, you could develop certain competencies that will make you seriously wealthy. So don't say, oh, that's not what I studied in school.
Yeah,
who cares about what you studied in school?
Abi, who cares?
It's what you contribute to the world that
matters.
About.
Yeah. As you're talking, I just started thinking, there's this portion of the Holy Book, the Bible, which says, sow your seed in the morning. I want to see if it's applicable.
And don't
sow
reflect
your
to sow
seed
in the evening.
yes, and don't stop to sow your seed in the evening, because you don't know which one
Yes, we thrive
will thrive
and prosper. Yes, that's
So,
true. The same thing.
We can say, learn everything that comes your way.
Yes.
Be knowledgeable in it, because you don't know from which skill you will make it.
That's true.
So,
That's
but if it's
true.
just one skill, then you are in big trouble.
Big trouble.
Especially in the year 2020, when things went haywire, and you see, people weren't going to the offices anymore.
Of course.
People started doing businesses. So if you are the type that you were just sitting down with your office work and all that, you would have suffered a great deal. That's 2020.
People learn how to sell online. People learn how
different
to
things
weave, how to
survive.
paint, how to bake, how to fry, just to survive.
Yes.
Just to survive. I remember then we were doing farming. We were doing, fishery. We were doing chickens, broilers in particular.
Instead of selling fish feed and
everything. We sold fish feed and everything. Everybody needed to survive.
In fact, that was the period you also learned
graphic design, video editing. Yes, I learned video editing.
It didn't stop because and that is what is the one handling it now.
Yeah, I did.
Or we're not paying for it.
I did. So we just need to learn as much as we can. Okay, as much as we can. Things that can build our lives, things that can help our career, things that can help our relationships. Okay, learn them. And those ones that have been hurting you, please unlearn them. We believe you've learned one or two again tonight in this edition of the Significant Live broadcast.
And so we encourage you to join us same time next week. We will be live with you. So come on and invite your friends and be part of this. Thank you. Till we meet again. Remember that Jesus
is coming soon. Bye for now.